So I've been working on something really cool and I think it's about time to show it off. It's called Phlute and it's a mobile app that turns your smartphone into a musical instrument. So this is one of the instruments or one of these sound profiles inside of Phlute, but there's a lot of different sounds. This is the cat instrument. And as you can see, each instrument also has its own background. So let's pick this instrument. You can see all these bars across the screen and they have a note name next to them. So this is C3, D3, E3. And you can either slide across the screen or tap the screen to play these notes. So that makes up the major scale. And it turns out that your smartphone is a pretty intuitive tool to actually play music with. It feels very natural to just slide across the screen and play some different melodies. So even if you have no experience with music, it's just fun to slide across the screen and see the cats react. And the other backgrounds all have their own unique thing they do when you touch the screen. And there's some other things you can do as well. You can do a pitch bend. So you slide horizontally to change the pitch of the note. It's really fun to do. It feels very satisfying. I'm still experimenting. This is still a very early version, still pre-alpha I would say, but I'm thinking of doing tilt gestures where you can change the volume and things like that. So let's say this is not enough for you, these 7 notes. Let's say you need more range. There's actually a lot of settings that you can adjust. So you can change to have more keys. You can start on a lower note if you want. You can change the scale, you can change the key, you can change the octave. So if you want a low sounding cat, we change the octave. We can change the slide strength. So now we have a lot more keys, 10 keys and a lower pitch. So now we have a chunky little cat and the pitch should be stronger. So yeah, you can just change the instrument completely to your liking. And one of the things I sometimes struggle with is I have a melody in my head and I just don't have anything to write down this melody, to note it down. So with Phlute, you can actually record your melody. So let's say you're walking across the street and you suddenly have a melody in your head that you want to record for a song or something. You can just press the record button and record this melody. So yeah, you can see we just recorded the melody that I played. And you can export this to MIDI to edit it on your computer or put it into your DAW, whatever you want. But you can also play on top of this melody and kind of make your own song. And yeah, that wasn't very good, but if you're a better player than me, you can kind of mix your own song. You can add another bass, or you can add drums, or yeah, you can just add a lot of different instruments and make your own song. And yeah, it's just a fun little tool that's easy to use to play some music, whether you actually want to make a song, you want to compose a song, or if you just want to experiment. And let me just show you some of the other instruments. So this is a transverse flute. And yeah, it's very relaxing with these clouds that kind of react to the notes you play. So besides being an instrument, I also kind of want to make this kind of a fidgeting tool, something you can do just to relax. This year is kind of a stressful year, I guess, so it's nice to just play around with something. This is the Chinese chow, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's a Chinese bamboo flute. And yeah, let's change the settings for this one. It sounds a bit better when it's a lower pitch. And yeah, you can see kind of this terrain responds to your touch, and it just feels very soothing and very relaxing. So I hope people using this app can relax or can feel inspired. I want to add a lot of unique and kind of underrated instruments that people might not know into the app, so they can find out about new instruments. There's gonna be a lot of free instruments, but some of them are gonna be purchasable with a microtransaction. That's kind of the model I'm going for. But you will be able to play each instrument for free for a limited time. So yeah, I just want to introduce people to all these instruments. So you can just browse through these instruments, and yeah, if you don't want to pay for these instruments, that's completely fine. You can play them on this screen for a little while. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for with this app. It can be for musicians a tool to write down their melodies, or you can actually just make a mix. If you're more of a live playing kind of person, then you can just make your mix straight inside of the app. And for people who just want to relax, you can just play around with it, kind of a fidget tool. So yeah, I hope that everyone is just as excited about the app as I am. I see a lot of potential to add a lot of instruments and a lot of cool backgrounds. If you have any ideas for cool instruments or backgrounds, leave it in the comments. And yeah, let me know what you think about this idea. I'm thinking about getting a publisher, so if you are a publisher and you're interested in this app, just send me a message and we can discuss things. Yeah, that's it. Let me know what you think. And thanks for watching this rather lengthy video.